Hello, now then, welcome back. This is episode 16 of the Ridgeside Farm Folktales hard mode playthrough, and today, I think, we are very close to finishing this. We have a bad tide incoming, which shouldn't be too much of a problem for these beavers, as we pretty much, well, conquered the map, I think. So today is going to be, well, getting some of the niceties out of the way, I think. Something to boost the beavers up to their final numbers, I think. And getting stocks up for the Earth Recultivator. Or I keep on saying Earth Repopulator. It's Recultivator. So, we have gears and whatnot for it now, so that's pretty much going through as we speak. As long as we have 2,000 gears, 2,000 sparkly planks, which we don't have, but we're not far off, and enough metal blocks, which we're, again, not far off, we should be able to store all those as well. But that depends on what niceties we lay in here. So, the question is, on everybody's lips, is what are we going to do? So, there are some well-being items we don't have. So obviously we threw in an Agora and a dance hall, which are nice power-free units, which is good for us. But we have a carousel, and I don't think we've actually got any... No, we do have some details somewhere. They're in... somewhere, I believe. Let's just quickly pause and zoom in. There's some somewhere because they have painted tails, and I can't remember exactly where they went. Oh, they're up here. That's where they went. I remember now. So, basically, yes, we're going to try and lay in some of these. We've got everything else somewhere along the lines, so carousels it is. Now it's going to take a few bits of the stock we have that's in here that's going to be for the repopulator, cultivator, whichever. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers with these things. So, I think it was suggested to put them up here because it's close enough to power to make it easy, and I think that is a fine idea. Obviously it's double layered, but we do have these big sticks in the way, so how are we going to fix this? Well, I'm going to, what's the word? Cheat is a strong word. 16-day bad tide. That's not too bad. Cheat is a strong word, but I'm just going to do this. And I'm very tempted to clear up some of this as well, so just to even off the area, I think. Which we could do with dynamite, to be fair, so don't think we need to be too fussy about that, but I will take out this one here too, so landscaping and tunnels. Get rid of that. And then we'll just say sayonara to all of the stuff that's under here, which should be a case of we'll just go in like that. Devastating. And it's gone. Same here. Absolutely devastating. The beaver physics is amazing. And it's gone. We've got some stuff we can pick up, which will be nice and handy. Let's just take a bird's eye view of how to get up here, because I think it's going to be handy to get up here, but just not that often. Let's have a think. No, well, we should get up there to take off a load more, so let's just get them to work on that. Shouldn't take them too long, hopefully. Get these emptied. which is going to be important for us, so they go elsewhere. Let's kaboom those. I believe we can kaboom all of that, but we should delete this first, so demolish all of this. No, demolish all of this. Yes, but we'll have to lay some more in. That's fine. And these trees are very much in the way, and I don't think we're hurting for the woods, so just gonna say goodbye to these trees. Don't think there's any more on our path there. No. Can now put that in. And finally, lay in what's left of this. Which should take them 2 shakes of a beaver tail. Obviously there's this last one here, this guy sorting it out, lovely stuff. Kaboom this please. Beautiful. Now, probably should have done that bit too, but never mind. It will take them 2 seconds to get rid of that. What have we got up here? Logs, planks. We are not quite full on those, so they should be able to pick them up, so pick all that up. Awesome. So, we do need to run some power, which shouldn't be too difficult. Should just be a case of demolishing a path. Knocking that into there, and that to there. So we now have power down here. Not exactly ideally placed, but it'll do for what we want. So, where were we? Carousel. So these are quite big buildings because they run on 2 levels. So I think for ease, we just lay a couple in here, or 3. That guy should be directly connected, which he is, and then we just need to run some pipes of power this way. Like so, and like so. And obviously they'll need to get into these things, so we will need some stairs. Or ladders, actually. We do have ladders on this playthrough, actually, so let's take advantage of the ladders. Where did I put the entrance on this? It's over the front. Alright. No ladders on this one then, but we can do this. And that should, once constructed, mean everything is in reach. Let me zoom out a bit to get rid of the annoying creaking. Right, so what else are we low on here? So carousels will go up. Mud pits. Oh, maybe put some more of those in. We could do with improving those and maybe another dance hall in Agora. And some more contemplation spots, actually, looking at that. I'm surprised that that's a problem, given the fact that there's, well, a million things. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, out of necessity then, I suppose it'll be a case of saying, go this way. They're all powered, they're all connected, and they will all have a good time later on tonight when the day is done, I think. So that should help there. Now, the monuments aren't looking too great either, so... And we haven't done books, which at this point I don't think we'll be doing books. But... do another farmer monument somewhere, so... maybe here? And then this guy here, maybe? Maybe that'll hit everyone in. Again, I know we're chewing through stuff, but to be fair, we don't need these planks, which I think that's just logs, and this is just planks. Yeah, so as long as it's not sparklies or anything gear-wise, we should be fine. We do have enough to build that now. We need to use a bit of metal to build the other bits, but I think that'll be okay. Okay, so I guess to fix this, just get rid of that. If we agora that and dance hall there, should keep the builder beavers busy anyway. But there was talk of putting the thing up here, so let's see how we're going to do that. Now, one thing I did want to do is green this area because it's not very nice as it stands. And there's a couple of ways we can achieve that, which I think the easiest one is just going to be a water dump. So I think that's going to be our play for this one. How much dirt have we got? Not a lot, but some. So we're going to fill in this hole. At least up to a depth, and then go from there. So if we get the old landscaping back out, it's probably going to be painful for them to construct, but I'm surprised we could fit it all in. I'm hoping that they can get to all of that. But that will take them a while to get to, as we've just added a massive load of stuff to the construction queue, so... and they're going to need some help for it, I suppose, so... if we just did the 4x there... probably not the most ideal way around to put it, but put the 4x that way instead. That should mean construction can be done for all of it. I'm very tempted just to remove these stairs so they concentrate on this. So I think I will do that. But I'll wait till the end of the day, if we get that far. So. Oh good. They've started there. Have they done this? Holy crackers, so they have. Well. Okay, so the beavers are moving with some pace. You see, now I'm tempted to put in the contamination barriers, but I can't really do that now. Not with the way I've done it. Never mind. So it's the end of the day, they should all be going home, and they are, so let's rip that out. Wow. Wow indeed. Wow indeed. So, this giant monstrosity, we have the science for it, so let's just commit to it now. And I think for sensical paths anyway. I think if it goes up on this level, now that that's all built, this may seem crazy, but bear with me. I'm just going to say, fill all this in. Oh, you're out of range. That's a shame. Okay, so I want to put this somewhat central-ish, kinda. Such as there. I'll just pause this a sec. So I'm just going to lay that down because I don't want to start building it just yet. But I'm hoping that if I take that out and then get a fluid dump. Oh, it does fit. Lovely. Okay. So if I put that there, and then we should be able to do that. I'm just going to pause that a second. I don't want them to start just yet. Oh, 18 and 33, 15. Not too much. Close that one for now. Okay. So we're edging ever closer. We have the blocks and we have the gears. To make this a little bit simpler for them, I'm also going to say that's the wrong one. We need this one for the gears. I'd like that to be gears as obtain. This would like to be metal as obtain, and this would like to be sparkly blanks as obtain. And it will need a path too. So now that it's nice and green, this area is going to be perfectly lovely. And let's get all of that in there. So we can't get everything in here, but the biggest majority can. If we set that to supply sparkly blanks in that one, no, they're up here. You can be a supply too. 2 planks. You're already a supply. Cool. Okay, so this scrap's going to take a million years to go. But it's going to take a million years to build, I suppose, so. Let's just say sink our entire build force on it, so let's go. And the only thing these guys have got to do is this. And with it being close by, hopefully the haulers will be able to keep everyone well fed in terms of stuff. I suppose we could put some decoration around here, I suppose. Let's see. I don't know why. We just can, I suppose. They're never going to touch it, to be fair, because it's going to be far too much. Far too much concentration doing this, but the haulers are keeping up, so that's good. Okay, so we just need to sort of leave that alone now, and it will eventually get sorted. Let's see, we're up to 50. We could do books, I guess. Do we want to do books? We don't really have paper doing anything. How big is the bookery? Oh, it's a big beastie. All right. Well, I guess if we don't need you, we'll just break that for a second. Do me this, please. Mainly just to reconnect the power. Okay. Look at him go. Look at him go. More beavers you can shake a stick at. This does need stuff, I think, if I remember rightly, to make it work thereafter. I think that might be paper, to be honest. Do we have any of these that have got nothing in? We kind of need the other type, don't we? Cool, that's done. So we may as well say, put the stairs back in. Not entirely sure anyone will do that today, anyway. Oh, they will. And these guys should be able to rip that out. This guy can just about reach it. Right, where was we? Paper. So we need somewhere to put all of that lovely, lovely paper. And we don't really have a decent place to put it. I believe it goes in here, doesn't it? As does books. So we need 2 at least. Okay. I just need to reprioritize this. They should be able to get that done pretty quickly. Storage is what I'm after. Thank you. Do we want to do it? Do we want to have that or that? Now I'm not so sure. I don't think there's a way we can fit 2 in here. Either. Not really. Okay, so let's just then say... to hell with it. Let's go with that. Chuck that in there and there should be enough room. Yes. Cool. So, books and the paper, which is there. These are going to need some high priority construction set in because of everything else. To be fair, I'll just do that actually, because then at least we can say that if you have something else you can be doing, you can go off and do it. Right, let's do a quick how's everything doing? So there's enough water in here to keep these alive, so that's nice. These have dried off. Has that devastated the farm down here? It has. Ah, interesting. I did contemplate ripping this out, but I guess we can't. Oh well. Oh well. This is now all dried up, so there's not much we can do about that. It is one of those things. I could probably do with another house as well, to be fair, so I guess... Let's see where we can get some housing in then. I guess we'll just say... do those, I think. Makes a change for the paths to actually line up. So that's pretty much devastated our entire supply of pretty much everything, which was expected. But we are constructing this at a pace. We are still producing everything as well, so it's not like it's completely wasted as such. Cool. Okay, so this is nearly empty from scrap, so we can decommission all of that jazz if they finish it soon. Yeah, they will do. Won't take them long to repel that out. Scrap supplies are still pitiful. I guess we're full on Spadaduck too. Yeah, we are. Okay, fine. I mean, food's not really a problem. Maple pastries are, though. Why? Why is that? Do we just not have enough maples? I have maple syrup. Wheat flour? Are you a hauling problem? I think you're a hauling problem. These two should get us a decent amount of new beavers. I know I've probably ripped them out of this, haven't I? Yeah. We've lost a few beavers. It'll slow this down a tiny bit, but we're in no rush anyway, are we? So it'll be fine, just fine. One day left on the bad side, and then this can start running through again. So greenify this area. Let's see. Lidos are no fun at the minute because they're off. I don't get why they can't use the campfires. There's millions of them. Millions of them. Maybe worth giving them a day off. Perhaps. And we have 19 baby beavers, so that's quite a lot. They will all probably die at the same time as well, which is not the best, but the numbers are going up for well-being, so that should be fine. And I'm hoping at that point, once a lot of those grow up, we should be able to boost back up our builder numbers. And we should be cooking. really would have liked to expand this out slightly, I think, in the end, but I don't. We're not going to be doing it now. It might be easier to just go down rather than anything else. Just dynamite it out if we were going to do that first. But, oops, wrong one. I don't think we need to worry too much about it yet. So it is good to know that although we have a pit underneath here, water pit, it's not good enough to keep it alive for more than, what was it, this was an 18-day? It's 25 days, so we might need to think about water dumps if we was going to get that far. Maple pastries are on the way up, which is good. Sunflower seeds, 1 million of, which is rare. Normally they don't have any of those, they all get eaten. That'll take a day or two to fill up, and then this will all go green again. So you guys have got nothing to do, I suppose. And then you best be gone. Alright, looks like we're back in business down here as well. Why is that flooding? Normally flood? Never noticed a surge before, but I guess it does. Probably from that, to be fair. These are... yeah, it will be. Okay. So the number's gone down from 18 to 15, so that's good to see. This is nearly halfway done. Books. Are they doing anything with books? Don't think they are. I think they're getting devastated as quickly as they're produced, to be fair. But it is working. It is going up. The knowledge is knowledging, I guess. It was a quick win to put in. I suppose we could say the same with cocktail crackers, but it ain't happening. As I've run out of floor space to put them in. So we have learned that this is required to keep this whole area watered, which I would have thought that this would have done a better job, but it obviously doesn't. Kind of is what it is, but it'll be fine. Explosives are going up, gears are still going up. Where are the babies? Are they nearly ready? No. Need some more time for that. Okay, so I think we just need to sit and wait patiently for this thing. Got 1,000 sparkly planks left in, which is less than we need. Gears the same. Metal blocks the same. I guess the smelters might be coming to a grinding halt. Yes, looks like there is. So I don't think we need them anymore. In fact, I don't think we need any of the industry anymore, thinking about it. You need logs, and you need paper. don't actually think we need the industry anymore. Not all of it, anyway. Yeah, we'll just keep the printing press going. These guys are still sciencing. I don't think we need that either, but... Let's get you guys out of there. That should put a boatload of them into building, so that should be fine. Do we need this anymore? I don't think we do. We've still got enough extract here to supply these things. For a long time. We probably do need dirt, actually, so get me some dirt. Any of these for dirt other than this guy? Just that guy. Seems we're not having any scrap metal, I suppose. We'll just set that to dirt and get rid of this. We'll injure some beavers, but I don't think that's too much of a concern. Alright, so metal blocks is done, so we no longer need to do that. So we can get rid of this. All the bits and pieces picked up. Resin's not looking too hot either, but again, only we have enough planks to do what we need to do, so not too fussed. Yeah, so we've basically injured every beaver under the sun with this thing. Not much we can really do about it. Are they sending the dirt all the way over here? They are, okay. We'll empty that because I don't really want that there anymore. It could be a nice place to put a couple of Lidos, actually. Lidos. How are they doing for Lidos? Are they still low? Kinda. How many have we got? 2. Yeah, alright. Well-being. That would have been perfect there, but it can't go there. They can't. Well, they can, but nobody can ever get into them. No, you don't have access on the island. So I suppose let's just do that. Is it 4 that it needs? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. And then we'll just say sayonara to this guy. In fact, we'll say sayonara to all of this. Sure, let's get a couple more in. Right, we have all the goods in, so it just needs to be finished now. So let's cancel this. These can get emptied and everything can be sent elsewhere. Kaboom that, get rid of that, and finally, not a herbalist, or that. Bring get those two in. Get rid of that. Gears will be a while. We get rid of that too, and basically all of this. Still reachable anyway, so that's fine. Amazing. Right, so we are in a very good situation. So get rid of that. We don't need it anymore. In fact, actually, if we do that, we don't need any of this anymore. I'll leave that in there. Not that it makes the paths much more efficient at this point, but it'll be fine. Cool. Dirt is looking fine. There's enough to keep these fed at least. Where are the old mud pits? Let's just say... Why not? Let's just say that. And the beavers are getting their free cut in the Agora. That's fine, I guess. Decorations. We were short on scarecrows, weren't we? So I suppose this guy, this guy. It's fudging the system a bit, I know, but best we can do, I suppose. It's a weird thing to need aesthetics for, if you ask me. But they should be able to reach that diagonally. Let's get that in. They won't be able to reach anything else there. Can't fit that in there. I'll put the shrub in there. Why not in this case? What was it? Contemplation. So I think these were quite low as well, so let's just chuck a load of those in. We have 22 bored beavers, which is fine and dandy. They should be working on that. Although seemingly they're not. Why not? Oh, they are. They're inside. Oh, yeah, they'll have been constructing that, won't they, first? Never mind. Never mind. I remember now. I did tell them to do that. I remember. Building needs power to operate. Why are we out of power? I mean, I know it's a drought. I realise it's a drought. Oh. That's possibly why, but there's no industry running, so I'm surprised it's a problem. I would have thought it would have been okay. Oh, actually, I suppose these don't help on that, do they? Well... Pause those slightly. Maybe recharge these a little bit. Seeing if we can put in more windmills, to be fair. Might not be a bad plan. Okay, let's say then power. Giant windmill. You can fit one... We are going to need all the industry turning back on after this, but... guess none can go there. Default, nice. I don't like these windmills. I never have. They are clunky. Yeah, but it gives us some power. Probably going to chew through everything we've got left of our resources, but it'll be fine. Don't think we need to send anyone this way anymore, so we'll just also say connect that as well. No, we have the logs for it anyway, so logs isn't a concern. That's devastated the paper reserves though, so never mind. They'll get round to it eventually. There's a fair amount of power left in there, so that's fine. Going up sort of quickly-ish. So it probably helps all this is turned off, to be fair. We'll maybe turn one on. Just to give the benefits to the beavers. Good, and this is about done. So come tomorrow, and I'll say it needs hitting with several hammers, rather than the normal just one. But it does mean that this will be complete. I think we need paper. Something else to go with it. Could be wrong. Several hammers, as I said. But it is done. Extract. Aha, okay. So how many does it need? 500. Right. Okay. They'll probably top that up, to be fair. So is it worth... Probably. Let's just say... build that and... bit of a waste, to be fair. It's the wrong one anyway. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's just do that. And say this can be for... extract, obtain... this paper as obtain. All the windmills are going, but yeah. Not exactly got a great amount running yet, but these additional windmills will certainly help. We could build more. We are going to need extract as well at some point, so we'll have to turn that back on. We are out of planks as well, so looks like these guys are going to be busy. We should have everything else. Blocks, yes, loads. Yeah, so it's just the planks. I believe they've all been ripped out from underneath here. Yes. Yes. We could get some back in here, actually. I actually need to do some shenanigans here with the old... Thank you. It seems we have a glut of builders. I didn't want to let them build it all first. Because that'd be a waste of resources. And we should be able to rip that out as well. Not that much then. That should give us enough to finish, I believe. That one definitely yes. That one sort of yes. I think there are some still down in... Oh no, I did take them out. Never mind. There was this in here. This little tunnel. But we're kind of stuck with that one, so that's done. Oh yeah, I need to have the path of that done. Right, let's build it offset. There we go. They are going to empty that, which was expected. And we don't have paper anyway. So it might be wise then to... stupidly disconnect... Oh no, it will be connected. Damn, it would have been nice if they would have fit. These weirdly shaped buildings that don't really make life easy. Promise you I'll actually lay these in at some point, and of course it will. There, right, so paper and paper. Should reconnect everything anyway. Oops. Missed that one. There we go. That should give us enough paper to make enough books and sink the Titanic, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And didn't want to lay a path on there, that's for sure. I don't want the large warehouse. I want the path. Thank you. So extract's good. Yeah, I thought it would disappear all from there. We do need to produce more because these two use it. Not a lot, but some. I mean, we could build some more books, to be fair, but I don't think that's too much of an issue. I guess it's not really hitting all of them at the same time, but... why not? Why not? Good, the gravity batteries are back up to near enough full power. We've got 13 days left. And there's plenty of bad water as well, so it doesn't. We're not going to miss it, put it that way. See, syrup's still good. We have enough chestnuts. Oh, basically, yeah, that was a holding problem. We could put another one in if we really wanted to, but I don't think there's a need. Bread is also very full. You know what? Let's just do it. Food. This doesn't need to be anymore, does it? Remove that. What's in here? Planks. This doesn't need to be here anymore either, so let's remove that. And we have now a good place for a little bakery that can just live just there. Paper's really struggling to make a dent, but I think once this is full, which is not that far away, I don't believe the printing presses will be using that much. Could be wrong, but we'll see. The stretch on this guy is pretty much not everything, I suppose, but a large chunk of the map. I wondering if it's worth dynamiting this. How much dynamite have we got? Loads, but not so much on extract. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Not now, not at this stage of the game. We are full. We are full. Nice. I think books are on the way up. Carousels, not so much because they can't do much with them. So I think what we will do is we will celebrate this fact by giving them a day off. See if that... I mean, there's not much they can do, to be honest, because they can't go swimming at least. But they can shower. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Hopefully the injured can get fixed. The score's looking good. Wilther could be better. This is probably a really stupid idea, but I'm just going to open this. Top this back up while they have the day off. And when it gets to a point that they can use these, I'm hoping that they'll get some extra benefit from it. I mean, there's enough water in here, to be fair, to be a non-issue. Once these are deep enough, I will set this back to auto. Okay, so back to auto you go. What we could do is dam these up actually, and then we could fill up this little area, thinking about it. Just so that the Fountain of Joy still works. And all that kind of good stuff. Is there a decent place we can do that? Don't think so, but let's just lay it in anyway. There's a dam there, which will block that. Dam there, which will block that. We just need to dam here. And block that, and they should be able to reach that because it's off the bridge and they can build off the side of bridges. Oh, yes. Okay. Guess we're not going that way then. Never mind. When in doubt, we'll replan. So we do need to get them back to work, unfortunately. Back to a 16-hour day. We can't have them doing nothing forever. We don't have bots, so... But it did hit the scores quite nicely. So shrubs and lanterns seem to be a problem. And books, so... It's going to be a case of dumping shrubs and lanterns wherever we can get them, I guess. I don't think they can build that. think we can build that, and then I guess we just need to put them around here somewhere. So perhaps anywhere that they are getting on and off. The old zip lines. Now this one's going to be a bit more interesting, I think. And a lantern. Love it. Lighting the void. Same here. Same down here. We should be able to just put a lantern in here to reach. If we can. The old shrub there. Get that built, and I believe that that is in the way, so let's fix that. Tube-way station here, I think, yeah, it's going to be best just to say, let's do the same shenanigans. Same with this one. Oh, there is a lantern nearby which should give them the benefit. Let's just say, we'll assume it doesn't and do the same. Let's see, is that all of the ones? Yes. Yeah. This one, probably not so much. Definitely going to be a bit more difficult, this one. Let's just put the light on it that way. I think they can build those. Okay, so paper's on the up, which is good. This is out of water. I'm not going to waste any more because that's quite low now. Yeah, plus we don't have them all in a day off, which is quite nice. So, yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll wait till this drought's over, when we're in the good times, and then we will set off this bad boy. I guess we've got enough nearly in here to launch a couple of those. We definitely have enough to launch a couple of them with the extract, so looking good. Metal's still fine, I guess. If we've got a couple of board beavers, which looks like we have, we'll put them in there. I'll put some people in there too. I'm looking for baby beavers. A couple that are near done. I think from a blank point of view we can pause these guys again. So we're just needing the logs. The logs to books. Surprised they still don't have more of those, given the fact that we've got 2. I don't really want to put in any more, but yeah, it is what it is. So I'm interested to see what devastation this will cause with the dams that have now gone in. I believe there is no way for the water to escape instantly. Well, not in 5 days, I guess, when I turn it on, because whatever's left in here, I'm going to drain so we can fill up this little area first while this tops itself back up. But the rustic living down here, I think, looks quite nice. It's a bit chaotic. It's not super mega ordered. The Iron Teeth wouldn't stand for it, put it that way. But I like order over chaos. I think it suits these guys. Okay, so power is at full. Good. All right. So the windmills are doing their thing, which is good to see. Can't really do much about that now, as I don't have enough water in here to really top that up, so meh, I guess. These have got 6.9 days. Nice. We'll be in the good times before that happens. Even these, yeah, there's plenty of life left in them yet. They still haven't managed to rip these out of the ground yet, which is insane. They are marked for cutting. They are not marked for cutting. Holy crackers. Well, there we go. There's your problem. Well, that's like 17 episodes in the making. There you go. Whoops. Anyway, they'll be fine. This is the lowest this has run for a long time. Whether it outlasts 4 days, I don't think it will. The little pool here should keep this mostly watered. Mostly. But scrap's going up, so these are all on the right same level, aren't they? Yes. Good. Right. I might give the beavers some more time off then. See if we can't get the scores up on where are they? Shrubs and lanterns. Although it looks to have made the difference now that they're installed. I've got some extract in stock anyway, plus up there, so I think they can have a day off. Enjoy some of the fun stuff that we've got for them. I don't think this was a popular nor this dance hall. But never mind. Mud seems quite popular though. Well, not all of them. Oh no, there they go. In the old jacuzzis, relaxing. And then whatever they're doing in here. Whatever they're doing in here. I don't think we're going to see much more out of this, to be fair. Brazier of Bonding could be better. Books are finally nearly up too. Okay, so Brazier of Bonding. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do then. Other than not being able to build it because they've all got the day off. But that should give them enough reach. And they will be able to build it once they've built some anyway. We definitely have the logs for it. The planks... don't think we do. What is it for? Oh yeah, just one short. Well, in that case then, let's turn these back on for a little bit. But there's a whole army of them to bring those in, so that shouldn't take them too long, but it will sink this. And it won't take them that much time to build that, as we definitely have the logs. So that's just hammer action, and then, yeah, the logs will get chucked into there. Nice and simple. 2 days left. The water is empty, so probably worth pausing this guy actually, just so we don't drink it completely dry. There's enough in the tanks, what we need. And I'm hoping that this will mean we can hit the rest of that. And here comes the rest of the logs. But there should be enough reach on pretty much all of these at this point to get to everything and hit all the houses. Again, this doesn't, but it'll be okay. Good, we're done. So, looking good there, looking good there. Alright, so 1.6 days, and then we can set this guy off. There's some potatoes left here, and no one to harvest them. Let's just get rid. I think we have enough potatoes, to be fair. We're full, mostly. Okay, final day of this drought. We can definitely set off this multiple times as well, so we have enough paper for that. Hopefully when the paper stores are full, which probably won't happen for a while, not with that one to go through, but when it is the case, we can maybe see if the books will pick up a bit. I don't know if this just that these can't be fed fast enough. No, they are getting the paper, so they don't have to go too far for it. So for the first time in a very long time, this is going to be empty. Don't know how much is left. It may empty before we're done, actually. Let's just drain it. There's still a fair amount in it, actually. That does surprise me, but it probably won't. Oh, there we go. It's empty now. Not enough to spill over, so not a drop was wasted, I suppose. It does break this, but you know, these numbers will be fine. But with this open, we can then flood this area just a little bit quicker. In fact, I may even say open those two. But come tomorrow, beaver time, we should be in a really good situation. We have 4 board beavers too, which is fantastic. I'd probably say you can go back into there. Okay, cycle 37 of the last day of this playthrough, I think. I think it's safe to say that we've conquered the map. This is now going to go green. These are now going to go green, which is exactly what we want. Take a minute or two, that's for sure, but that will mean this can flood a little bit quicker. Just see how this goes. Make sure we don't have any devastating flooding issues. We shouldn't do. There's enough dams for it to leak out anyway. Alright, okay, so they're back in action. Good. Right, so that probably won't fix a lot of issues, but it does mean we could potentially, if we wanted to go that far with this playthrough, which we don't, because I think we're done. But it does mean that we can hold back a little bit of water here. So, where were we? Get rid of that. So, now that we're in where we are, we can launch this. So I'm just going to say launch it now, and there we go. Maybe you're not on super mega speed. Let's slow it down a little bit. Okay, so this is the map. We have mastered the folktale's nature-orientated ways and use this map's resources to build the faction's wonder. I don't think we managed to kill everyone, which is nice. Nope, nobody died, so nobody got blown up, which is good. I'm pretty sure we detonated more dynamite than that. I'm guessing tunnels don't count on that number. Maybe it should, but never mind. Let's just resume, because we can set this off a couple of times once it's topped up. So come tomorrow, we can get that refilled back up. And obviously that's hit what we wanted to hit on the scores on the doors of 71, which is fantastic to see. Awesome. So, some weird flooding issues, but that'll sort itself out eventually. But yes, this will top up of its own accord. This will probably not be happy for a while. So yes, on the morrow, we will close that. I think we can pause this guy. We've got... Yeah, pause that. Go do something else. What's flooded? How are you flooded? Oh, have you come up here again? I think that's the problem, but it won't take long to dry out, I don't think. It's treated planks, we don't need them anyway. Not for much. Okay, so the beavers should be going into here, topping this everything back up in here. Let's just go back up to triple speed. Speed this up. And we're good to go again. I'll slow it down this time, and I'll wait until night time, and then this will be the last time we fire this thing off. But in terms of this playthrough, we are done. This map is very good. I would highly recommend this one. I'll put the details in the comments for what it's called, because I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It's something Delta. But it's very good. It's a custom map. I wouldn't say it's the easiest map on hard mode, which is quite nice because obviously it's good for a challenge. Easy mode, it might be okay. There is a lot of metal. This pretty much saw us through everything that was up here. We've only just started here, and there was no need for these mines at all, from what we needed anyway. It might have been a different story with bots, maybe. Potentially, but yeah, I mean, the space is quite limited for what you have. Obviously, you can see we're quite compact down here. I did have plans to cut more into these ridges, but bearing in mind the mind-bending, boggling setup for that, it was a case of, well, we will live without it. We got a couple in there, so the farms got hidden underneath. Once this was all figured out, eventually, with my small brain. But it's quite good because you can weirdly grow sunflowers underground, which I'm pretty sure that's, again, beaver physics. But yeah, it gives you a bit more space. And because you can water it from the top, which was the plan, you don't need to worry about watering anything in here because it's all done from above, as long as it's connected with dirt, which was quite good for vertical farming. But other than that, I think there were a few issues to start with. We got very close to death at the very start of this playthrough. Certainly before we got this thing built. Once you have this, or somewhere to save a big reservoir of water, you're sorted. And the bad side diversions, because with these guys being the only sources on here, I mean, this is pure bad water, but the only actual water is these. So when these start spewing out the red stuff, you're in trouble because it kills everything. And that, at the start, was a big problem for us until this was done, and it was a struggle to get to dynamite to be able to blast this out, and blah, blah, blah. It was, painful. Once it was done, and we obviously irrigated it, so irrigation barriered it. It made things a little bit easier for us. Just because we could then sort of come around and say, grow these trees for maples and chestnuts, which obviously increases the well-being of the beavers. And right now, I think we're sitting pretty at, full storage of chestnuts, bread, carrots. I mean, we could have done, I guess, these guys, but these guys don't need berries. We could even have done some more antidote, but we don't really need it, I guess. Oh yeah, we did put that in because we did have a beaver that decided to go for a swim up here, which we got him out, and then before this was built, he died of old age. So, R.I.P. I think it was Angad, if I remember rightly. But yes, anyway. So, as the night draws in on both the beaver's time here and the series, we will unlock the thing one more time. I will remember key commands. I will unlock the camera somewhere in here. Camera. Remote. So now we can do all sorts of weirdness. This means we can look up just a tiny bit more. Get some better angles so we can see it going up at night. We can also break the sun by going over the top, which is why it's not a good idea to use this, but yeah, never mind. It is what it is. But cool. Put my teeth back in. I'd say thanks everyone for watching. This has been a cool playthrough. Next time, we've obviously got a couple of 1.0 playthroughs to finish. Some of those are, I think, a little bit far out, especially the Iron Teeth one is probably the closest one of the two. But I do want to do the Ember Pelts playthrough, so I think those guys are next. I will try and look for another custom map for that rather than using an inbuilt one. Just 'cause it adds a bit of spice, if you like, to those playthroughs. But now that it's night time, I get a decent angle on this. Set it down to normal speed. And if we just launch that, I'll hide the UI so we can see it with a bit better. That's better than before when it was going off at full blast. Zoom out just a tiny bit because we can zoom out a little bit more. And there they all go. ready to repopulate something else, somewhere else, in another map somewhere. But yes, other than that, I think that will do us for this episode and this series. As ever, if you have any comments, please put them down below. I'll take a screenshot of that for the thumbnail. And then thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the other playthroughs. And I'll try and find something for Wednesday, but no promises. So I might move up some of those playthroughs instead of just doing the one Friday, Saturday kind of thing, just to get those finished off. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.